Emmerdale reveals Bob's ominous decision in Dark April's story. What did he decide to do? Bob Hope made an ominous decision on Emmerdale in the storyline involving April Windsor, with his choice potentially having huge ramifications. What follows is a tightening net of fear and manipulation, a situation where every adult instinct Bob has is pulled in opposite directions. I think what makes this story so unsettling is how easily a well-meaning man can be drawn into a trap simply by wanting to protect a child who trusts him. April's life has been spiraling into danger thanks to Ray Walters, Celia Daniels' adopted son, whose criminal world has slowly dragged the teenager into drug running and fear. Her arrest last week was the stark wake-up call she never wanted. But rather than call her dad, Marlon, she turned to Bob, begging him to act as her appropriate adult and swearing him to secrecy. It is clear how desperate she is and how conflicted Bob becomes the moment she asks. Tuesday's episode opens with Marlon obliviously confronting April, not about any of this, but simply for missing Ivy's birthday. Once he leaves, April pleads again with Bob not to reveal anything. Bob insists that Marlon deserves the truth, yet you can feel him wavering. He is terrified of making the wrong move, and even more terrified of betraying April's trust. Nearby, Celia watches everything with a predator's patience. She senses vulnerability and moves in with chilling precision. When she approaches Bob, she lays on a soft warmth, masking razor-sharp manipulation. I think this moment shows exactly how dangerous Celia is. She knows which insecurities to press, which fears to stoke, and she wraps her words in honey, so Bob barely notices the poison underneath. Her argument that once Bob speaks, he can never take those words back hits its mark. She makes it sound as though telling Marlon would shatter April completely, that Bob might be the only person keeping her from running again. It is a masterclass in coercion, and Bob visibly buckles under the emotional weight she places on him. He ultimately reverses his decision and promises April he will keep the secret. Celia hovers long enough to hear it, her eyes cold as she warns that April has reached her final chance, a comment that reverberates ominously long after she walks away. I think this is the moment where the true threat becomes undeniable. Celia is not simply cleaning up Ray's mess, she is tightening her grip on April's life. Marlon and Rona remain in the dark, completely unaware of the world closing in around their daughter, and with Bob now unknowingly acting under Celia's influence, April is more isolated than ever. The question lingering over the Dales is bleak and heavy. Can April break free from Celia and Rye before the danger swallows her whole? Or will Bob's misguided promise lock her even deeper into their control?